Hello, everybody. It's Holger Mueller from Constellation Research, sharing my takeaways from Oracle's HCM World that just finished here today in Dallas, Fort Worth. I think it's official termination here at the airport. First of all, the Google Hangout lower third is broken again. Don't know what I'm doing wrong or what is buggy in the software. Again, this is Holger Mueller from Constellation Research. Follow me on Twitter at HolgerMU. That is HOLGERMU. And I hope I can talk about the blaring pictures here right away. So good event for Oracle overall, I would say. It was a tad smaller. I missed the event for whatever reason last year. Only 2,200 attendees, 1,500 or so registered was the tally this morning, maybe a couple of hundred added today. The usual suspects being there, a little different partner interest. 2 years ago was like KPMG and Deloitte on top. Clearly Deloitte seems to have won that race. On the Indian outsourcing guy, it was Infosys and Wipro, and it looks like Infosys has edged at least marketing dollar spend, similar like Deloitte, much more out there at HCM World this year. But overall, good mood from the employees, from the attendees, not the employees, the Oracle employees too, because supposedly I didn't see this. Chris Leon, the head of Oracle's HCM product development, said, well, people were seeing them, greeting them, high-fiving him, so it could be the consistency, but that's usually not how customers greet Oracle. I've not been a witness of that, but I take it with a grain of salt and believe that really happened. So good to see that customers are getting fans of the executive management on the Oracle side. So what is the three takeaways? Oracle keeps delivering value for HCM. There's no question about it. Continuous innovation of multiple thousand developers working on this product has to move it ahead. There's more localizations than ever. There's payroll support for 7 countries now in the new modern setup of the payroll. Lots of hundreds of other features. So no questions being pushed ahead. The big release is the spring release. The spring release contains, apart from the previously already shipped new recruiting capabilities, of course, logical counterpart to that, which is onboarding. Interesting that you license it together with HR Core. There's no separate licensing for recruiting onboarding. Interesting approach. Certainly cost attractive, certainly prohibitive for some vendors in the recruiting or talent acquisition area. And then something interesting, which is broken right now, as you know, on the talent management side, which is performance management. And performance management, as you know, is not working as it's supposed to work. And there's a general area of experimentation across the vendors. The interesting approach, and I think the only right and viable approach that also Oracle has taken, is to come up with an ensemble of different capabilities which customers can then implement together or differently or separately. And there's a number on the Oracle side. Look at my tweets. There's check-ins. There's ad hoc feedback, there's free, I'm not sure if I remember them, apart from the typical top-down, up-down part. So experimentation for customers is exactly needed in times of business best practice uncertainty, which we know right now around performance management, where we only know it has to be more longitudinal, it has to be more summing up feedback, it has to be more 360, it has to be more lightweight, it has to be more coached. All these things are all very good, but we will have to see what happens next on that. Then, of course, no conference without the AI perspective. Things around coaching elements coming up here, things around understanding who should be the right person to be hired. Looks like Oracle is moving away a little bit from what they called last year adaptive intelligence to calling it AI, artificial intelligence, like the rest of the market. So that's a real move. Last but not least, probably the most important, most impactful for users, difference announced by Oracle is a new UX, a new 4-step kind of like paradigm. Check my tweets in a moment also to see the pictural representation of that. So good move forward. It was overdue, was really needed. Vendors have to look at their user experience every year pretty much right now. It's almost like a fashion. Because the consumer-based pieces, which everybody knows from their smartphones, is moving so fast and it's moving so well. So good to see some interesting things, making it more adaptive on a role level, preparing it for specific needs of a specific role in the enterprise. I would have wished it being user-wise, because my colleague has the same role. He works or she works totally different than me. Why not adapt to me? So maybe that's something to come. Defaulting also very important, being improved. People hate to retype the same thing all over and over again, and think today, why would software, enterprise software, as consumer software, not know what I'm entering over and over again? So it will be interesting. Mobile first, it's resizing, it's an adaptive design across different devices. And together with something, almost forgot about this, there's a new newsfeed. So we all used to consume things from newsfeed, from social media. Theoretically, practically, email, the inbox is also kind of like a newsfeed, only that we don't call it like this. So we used to work in this kind of lists. So why not do the same thing with your HR-related work? And that's an interesting concept being used already in the onboarding application. Probably going to be more of the UI and Mist official not instead for many of the Oracle HCM products. Definitely good. Couldn't play with it. It has all the good, important mechanics because feeds are not easy to build. I'm sure Oracle has thoroughly tested them. We'll see how that goes. So overall, my point of view, good progress by Oracle. There's no question about this. HCM felt a little smaller. It doesn't have to be bad. Customers were happy. Maybe less prospects invited. Have to dig down a little deeper why it potentially was smaller than the last event, which I believe was in Chicago, but I don't even know, 2 years ago. Not sure. I think I missed it last year, but it doesn't matter. So it felt a little smaller. Might be location. Not everybody wants to come to Dallas. The locations are important. Just saw it this week at the Unleash conference in Europe. And the product remains, the commitment is clearly there. It's growing, building, moving faster. Probably moving faster than the other large suites which are out there. Not to mention them here by name, but you can figure out who the other two are. And I think the output still is not as much as it could be, should be. It's just a sixth sense. Don't want to start any rumors. Maybe Chris Leone and the team are building something which they haven't told us yet about. Just to quote my record, I saw that coming from Kronos, where I was challenging them about keeping something separate, and voila, after 3 years, there was a new product. Not saying it's the same with Oracle, not starting any rumors, but it felt something could be in the bushes. Right. No more rumor mongering here. This was my takeaways from Oracle's HCM World 2018 in Dallas, 20th to 22nd of March. My name is Holger Mueller. Follow me from Constellation Research. Here's the logo plot. Follow me on Twitter at HolgerMU. That spells HOLGERMU. I'm, as far as I know, the only industry analyst who keeps all his notes on publicly on Twitter. Twitter has many aliens, many downsides, but it's a great note-taking to live up to things and to follow a man remotely if you couldn't make it. So please follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Look at my Storyfy collections, and more, I'm doing moments of Storyfy because unfortunately Adobe is deprecating Storyfy. So a short advertisement here for something which really is a lot of work in terms of data migration. Okay, enough talking here. I have to catch my flight. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.